Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. Surprise! Yes, everybody, I'm here today reacting to the very first episode of Generator Rex, and the title of this episode is The Day That Everything Changed. I like that title quite a bit. Now, full disclosure, I have no idea what this show is about. I have no clue. All I know is that people have been recommending this show for quite some time since I jumped into Ben 10, and especially into Alien Force. You guys are pretty much commenting saying, hey, you know what? If you're looking for another show to check out or whatever, add something to the mix, Generator Rex, Generator Rex. And so I have the time right now to start filming and getting ahead of filming and getting stuff done. So I'm checking out the first episode of Generator X. Now, I think at one point a couple days ago in my Discord, I said Generator X. I screwed up there. But I don't know what to expect. I think this show is created by the same team as Ben 10, I think. Or maybe it's just... I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe that's incorrect entirely. But regardless of the situation, I've heard decent things about the show in terms of people saying it's actually pretty good or whatever. It's being like, you should check it out, you know. Because I've heard from a lot of you guys over the years in terms of what shows I should check out that I've never heard of. And this is one I didn't hear about too much until I started getting into the Ben 10 stuff. And then you guys were recommending Generator X, saying it's underrated. It's actually really good. It's really interesting. And so... it has me excited. It has me excited because it's something new, just like with Ben 10. I have no idea what to expect here. So, without further ado, guys, let's get into now the very first episode of Generator Rex. Let's go.
Whoosh. There was this accident. Nobody knows why it happened, but it caused these tiny machines called nanites to get into every living thing. We call them Evos. Most Evos just want to rest
Evos?
out, and that's why we have Providence.
Oh my god.
Lay off the sody pop, Chief.
Don DiMaggio?
Sheesh.
When the situation gets really bad, they call on me to handle things with the skill and professionalism of a highly trained soldier.
Oh. I'm
an Evo too, but for some reason I'm different than the others.
Okay.
Instead of my nanites turning me into a rampaging monster, I control them. Incoming.
Okay, that was cool. That was pretty cool. Okay.
Hello,
Damn.
monster guy. I'm Rex. Now, who wants to go first? Anyone?
Anyone?
Meanie? Meanie?
That's cool.
Rex just
Oh, he just...
the doors to open and they
okay.
did. Sir.
Oh, so they have ice abilities, like kind of a lava abilities.
Focus.
You blame a guy for having a little fun?
This is pretty interesting. Okay. He doesn't got this. Oh my god. Damn, okay. Slow-mo.
His bios are way back up. What did you do?
The usual cheery pep talk.
Oh, cheery. Oh my god. Dude.
Shut him down, little guy.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Handshakes work too, naked man.
Oh my
Serious.
god.
Stop hugging me.
You wrecked 6 city blocks.
Oh, come on. It was fourth the most.
Tell that Kleiss.
Who was that?
Have him neutralized like the others? 5 years of living in a global freak show, and that kid's our only way out. We might actually win this war. Rein him in, 6.
Want to tell me what happened out there today?
Just
Yeah,
another
what did
stunning
happen? Who is that? The monkey up
Saved a
there.
lot of
Who's
people,
that?
you know?
I'm talking about the 90% negative spike in your bioenergy. Have an explanation for that?
I messed up. In front of 6.
Yeah, but you recovered? Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Wheels or wings?
Wheels.
He just created that. It's crazy that he can do that.
Don't even get me started on that broom closet they call my room.
Uh-oh.
Obviously not.
Oh my god.
Mental. The fear of making a
Mental?
mistake of what you think.
Okay.
What I think.
Oh, are they together? Or... I don't know.
Again.
So he does it before, okay.
I'm not gonna go. You go.
I'll do it.
You're gonna ride your monkey?
Yeah.
He just... No way.
Totally an Evo.
Yeah.
Thirsty.
So you just... That easy, okay.
We're never gonna have to pay for anything again.
Yeah, that's the problem. They can
Those kids could care less
exploit
about
them.
being friends. I can't hook you up with any more freebies. I guess we're done.
See.
Want a soda?
It's on me. I'm Noah.
I can't make people completely nanite free, but I can extract the ones that turn them Evo.
Well, no wonder they keep you locked up.
Interesting.
That's pretty huge.
I mean, I just wish they'd help me figure out who I am. But you know the best thing about amnesia? I forgot.
Exactly. A whole new life, but also that's gotta be a lot.
Call that comedy.
I'm gonna chill here for a while, thanks.
How about you? Yeah.
Rex, duck.
Ooh. Exposing themselves. Oh my god. Are these Evos too? What?
We're on your side.
My side?
So-
This may
what?
be a pain, but
Through here. The promised land.
Rex.
Damn, it was all a trick, of course. Makes sense. That's crazy. Okay.
You
Wow.
control nature?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I am Van Kleiss, and this, Rex,
Van
is
Kleiss.
Abyssus, a haven for all Evos.
Know who I am?
This way.
This guy's very powerful. Definitely the villain of the show, it seems. Or the villain of this season.
The Evos we go after, they're monsters. They use their powers to hurt
Well,
people.
yeah, so far, I
You're
mean,
not
I don't know.
all Savages, Rex.
I don't even know about my past.
That's the
That's
thing.
simple.
Does he know?
Then perhaps
Maybe?
a little history lesson. The so-called nanite event. The dream to create microscopic machines became real, and a violent birth it was.
Seems like it.
That's real interesting and all, but does it have anything to do with me?
It has everything to do with you, Rex.
See, he's not to be trusted. Ooh.
These are statues.
An experiment.
Oh my god.
Not everyone's relationship to the
That's
nanites
crazy.
is as cooperative as yours.
Ever been in a fight, Blondie?
I took kickboxing at the mall once.
Okay, well, that's good.
Oh, brother.
Oh my god. That worked. Ooh.
I expected so much more from you than this.
Well, he hasn't really fought back yet. Oh, they're there.
That's more like it. You're everything
Well, that's
as
creepy.
powerful as I
Ugh.
was led to believe. Oh, you're far more valuable to me than that, Rex. I merely wanted a taste.
Thank you for flying Air Rex.
Air Rex.
On this flight.
Once again, his mentality or whatever, his mental. And they're here.
Rest my case.
Well, he made it. So where exactly is this place? I like the abilities of that character. This, like, yeah, that. Ooh.
Van Kleiss.
We know. He's never been a problem until now. We have to move.
I'm a little disappointed it's only you six. I figured Providence would send an army after me.
You would
He
think.
did.
Oh.
If only Providence would keep out
So
of
it
things
seems
don't
that he wasn't a
concern
problem
them.
until now, it seems.
He's connected to all
Yeah,
of it.
now it makes more sense. Okay, can you stop him somehow?
You were here when it happened, Rex. We both were. Stay.
Oh, wait,
and
what?
All your questions will be answered.
That's not messing around.
The Gyro's go eat so. Whoa.
Can we go home now?
Can we go? I'm pretty sure that guy's not gone for good. I'm
You want
assuming.
to take the scenic route?
Yep. That is creepy. So he can't die, it seems.
And my past?
We'll keep looking. Together.
Can I still hang with Noah?
Is to make them think it was their idea. Rex wanted a friend. Now he's got one.
And there you guys have it. That was the first episode of Generator Rex. And there's a lot of things to talk about because they throw a lot of things at you in this episode in terms of characters, nanites, his explosion 5 years later, and there's a lot of stuff with Rex and his history, backstory, or whatever. There's a lot of things to talk about. So let's just dive in. So I have the voice talent pulled up, so I try to remember all these names of all these characters that were introduced in this episode. There's a lot of things to remember in terms of characters and some reveals, and ultimately kind of what they're setting up in terms of this world. I think the biggest thing that I think is most interesting, besides the fact that Rex actually has these nanites within him and he actually can control them versus them controlling the host, essentially, because that opening with that giant Evo, that one that had all those different faces, it was able to shoot like ice and lava or whatever. Like that giant thing, when that guy was cured by Rex, because he can actually cure people in a sense, or at least take, like, basically cure the ones that were within the host's body so that they no longer turn into these creatures or entities anymore. And so, besides the fact that he can do that and the fact that he can control his own nanites, whatever, and create these like weapons and vehicles and stuff like that, what's the most interesting is the fact that Rex has a history he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember his past. He doesn't remember anything before the nanite explosion 5 years prior. And based off of Van Kleiss, I pronounce his name, which, by the way, Troy Baker, I kind of figured out that was Troy Baker's voice. But this character who was able to control the earth around him, essentially control this kind of like land or whatever, and just do all this crazy stuff, and injecting his like robotic kind of gauntlet into Rex or whatever, he's like getting a taste essentially because he needs like constant energy or whatever to keep himself going or something like that. There's a lot of stuff there. Like, there's certain things I have to go back and rewatch, but he was saying that himself and Rex were there when this occurred. So is this implying that Rex, if this is true, that he was there when the explosion happened? And maybe that explains why he's able to control his nanites? I have no idea. No clue. Don't know if he's to be trusted. I have no idea, because the guy said, we like come to the promised land, because they have these three individuals who were kind of tracking Rex, it seems, for quite some time. Not really sure, but they were tracking him, and they took him to the promised land, or to this location where everything was kind of dead. And then the guy says, well, let's see what you can do, and then wraps him up and then shit, and then is like ejecting, his gauntlet into his chest or whatever. And it's like a lot of stuff happening. Like, did you really want to test him or whatever? It's like, clearly you're not to be trusted. And the fact that he died and then came back pretty quick implies that he cannot be easily killed. And I'm thinking he's either the series villain or he's the season villain, because I think this has 3 seasons, I think. So we'll see. But interesting kind of setup in terms of that. I like Rex's personality. I like the fact that he is clearly a 15-year-old, because they make sure to address it a couple times with Dr. Holiday, which voiced by Gray, by the way. Gray, the great voice actor, who's done a lot of stuff over the years. But Dr. Holiday, like, telling Agent 6 that he's a 15-year-old kid. And and 6 is like, well, he just needs more training. No, he's a 15-year-old kid, and that's not how this works. And, like, it's not going to be that simple. And then, of course, the character, I figured it was John DiMaggio, the chimpanzee. I think it was chimpanzee. Bobo Haha. Did I pronounce that? Bobo Haha is the name of the character. And it seems he even says, I'm a bad influence. And they've left Providence. They've left the security like building before, it seems. And he befriends Noah, who actually isn't really a friend. It's actually a fake friend, because as I'm looking here, J.K. Simmons voiced this character called the cured Evo, but also a character called White Knight. I'm guessing that's the guy who did the video messages, or the video kind of chatting a little bit in the episode, and he was there towards the end talking to Noah and this new person that Rex has befriended, but it's all a lie, or it's like it's kind of set up that way, and that makes me wonder, can Providence be trusted? Because if they're willing to go this far in terms of creating a fake friend for Rex, a guy to pretend to be this Noah character to be friends with Rex, like, are they hiding something? Because also Rex even mentioned towards the end when he's talking to 6, saying, my past, and he's like, yeah, we're still looking, we'll figure it out. Well, here's the thing. Does Providence actually know the truth about Rex's history, his past? Because he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember before. So do they actually know? That's my question. Do they actually know what happened to him? Like, who he was before all this occurred? And why is he special? Why is he unique? And I like how, too, they had a small moment for Noah, who isn't, I guess, maybe that's the guy's actual name, but regardless, the friend Noah showing up. you had those four guys. Clearly, they're not the greatest of teenagers, and Rex is showing off that he can manipulate the machine and it shoots out soda or whatever. Stick me in the arcade. We don't have to pay for anything ever again. And Rex is like, no, I'm done giving you guys free stuff. Let's just hang out. Let's just be friends. And then they call him a freak, a loser, and they make fun of him and they leave. And it's like, okay, I'm glad they actually addressed this because Rex is a 15-year-old kid. He doesn't know his past. And he meets some other people around his age. And he's thinking, okay, maybe we can hang out. He shows them he's an Evo essentially, but he can control or whatever. And then he goes down this like ramp on this like little area or whatever. And then they're like, oh, cool. And then he shows them what he can do. And then they think, oh, we can just exploit him. And then he goes, no, because see, they could have it to where Rex could be easily manipulated to just kind of go with them and give them free shit because they'll hang out with him. But he goes, no, I'm done. Like, I gave you a little taste of what I can do, but I'm not going to start just giving you guys money or free shit. And, and then they turn immediately. Loser, freak. Like, oh, we don't need to hang out with you anymore. It's like, I'm glad they addressed it because if Rex was easily manipulated, it would be really worse for his character because he was willing to do whatever it took to have a friendship or a friendship, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they actually addressed that point. But I'm also kind of wary on this whole Noah thing, but I don't know. I feel like Rex is going to find some information that's not going to be too good. And maybe it ties into this White Knight character, this guy J.K. Simmons is voicing, because he's talking to Noah right at the end. So might be something going on over there. The action was really good, by the way. I should have gotten to this sooner in the review, but apologies. But I had a lot of other things I want to kind of discuss. There's a lot of things to talk about, but the action was really good. I like how the opening he's flying out, the metal like kind of fist or whatever, the like gigantic arms slams, and the impact and the way it's animated when he slams in that giant Evo was so good. It was so good. It was a really good sequence. And seeing the action sequences between, I'm looking at here, Scalamander, and you had Biowolf, Breach. I think that was the other character name. I think Breach is the one that has like the little little portals or whatever that sent those agents through or whatever at one point. Really good action stuff. I love the design of those characters as well. The design of all the characters, I think they're really cool. I think they're all unique and interesting. And this was at least created and worked on by Man of Action, the same people behind Ben 10. So it makes sense in terms of, hey, recommendation, Generator Rex. So it makes sense. But yeah, I had a good time with this episode. I had a good time with this opening. I really am curious to see where it goes from here because there's a lot of things that they could do with this show. Because it's not trying to be a Ben 10 kind of show. I mean, in a sense you could say, because Ben 10 has the Omnitrix and he can slam it and turn into aliens. And he kind of can just do whatever he wants or have like a certain variety of ways to handle a situation. For Rex, and even Van Kleiss even says, you don't even know your potential or you don't even know your capabilities. And it's like you don't even know your limits. So essentially it could mean that Rex could be doing stuff with his nanites and being an Evo, essentially, when he's in control of them, that there's so much more he can do. But he was already doing some pretty cool shit with like creating like hover vehicles and shit and the giant like arms, and then at the very end he has that gigantic cannon that slams it in the ground. It cocks the weapon and bam, like fires it. That was really cool. One last thing I do want to address that I'm thinking about here is that they actually go into kind of Rex's, I guess, weakness, if you will. And the weakness is his emotions. That actually affects his nanites, where he actually is not fully in control of them, because at times when he's flying around, which is a cool visual with the Evo, and then he crashes and everything, and then even later on when he's, what is it like? Think of it taking Air Rex or Rex Air or whatever, like a plane joke, and he's flying Noah and Bobo Haha, the chimpanzee, and then the kind of like rudders or whatever that he created with his nanites start to fault because of the emotions. They address that because, he needs to work on that, but it really is a mental thing that he has to overcome. And I think that's partly due to the fact that he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know his past. And that can really affect you. And also in the moment when he's fighting this giant Eva that's, I guess, the biggest they've ever seen, and there's these people that are about to get crushed, by this fallen debris. I mean, it's a lot to handle at once, especially a 15-year-old kid who's a secret weapon that really hasn't been shown yet to the public, or like a secret weapon for Providence, but now he's out in the open being filmed on the news, on news stuff like that. It's kind of interesting how they kind of address that, because they could have easily to make it to where he can just do whatever he wants with his nanites, but they actually give him a kind of, I wouldn't say kryptonite, but a weakness that makes it to where there's going to be times where he may not be able to succeed in the way he would want, because his nanites are not really properly working, because something's wrong with him mentally, or he's having an emotional issue or something, or it just isn't working the way he wants. Yeah, like how the Omnitrix at times for Ben 10 has kind of had the same thing. So yeah, overall, like I said, I had a good time. I'm curious to see where the show goes from here. I think it was pretty interesting for sure. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Apologies if I missed anything in particular to talk about, but there's a lot of things to kind of take from this. So I'm curious to see where we go from here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about the first episode of Generator Rex. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.